And thanks for staying with us. You're watching Standpoint. Now to Edo State. Since Monday, Okpebolo of the APC was declared winner of the Edo State governorship election, PDP's Aswe Ighodalo has made it clear that he's heading to the Election Petitions Tribunal to claim what he calls his stolen mandate. Mr. Ighodalo said that the PDP was not pleased with the vote buying scandal that dominated the election. Politicians from the Labour Party are also calling for investigation into the alleged irregularities that took place during the election. Now, a former member of the Edo State House of Assembly, Honorable Hosway, joins me from our Abuja studio to discuss the election which took place last weekend. Good to have you join us.
Thank you so much, Precious. Thank you for having me.
So you were one of the 14 lawmakers, initially 12. You and one other person decided to join those who were not inaugurated, and so your seats were declared vacant. And as you watched all that played out, pre-election, during the election, and now post-election, what do you make of the political scenario in Edo State?
Precious, thank you so much once more. My joy knows no bound to discover that Edo people have voted, and they have voted out a government that they are tired of. A government who in the past 7 years has been more or less one of dictatorship, one for disregard for the rule of law, one for disregard for the court orders. You just rightly mentioned that I'm one of the 14 members who wasn't inaugurated. My own case, I was part of those that was brutally taken that night to take out of office against my will. And the rest is history. You are aware of this more than I am. Election has gone back on. Edo people have voted. They have voted Monday, Okpebolo. We thank Edo people. The elections, you said earlier that the candidate of the PDP said is going to the tribunal. Beautiful. That is the right channel to go. That is the right way. That's the reason why the courts are there. But the elections were free, they were fair, they were credible, and we are happy for it. You saw our candidate picked his certificate of return. He returned to Edo yesterday. You saw the joy from the marketplaces to the motor parks to the beer parlors. You saw the people excited to have a new governor in Senator Monday Okpebolo. So we are happy. We are happy. We are happy in Edo State. This is what the people voted, and we are happy we have a new governor in Senator Monday Okpebolo.
When you say that the election was free and fair, some election observers will disagree with you. They have cited irregularities as well.
All right, but there were also other election observers, like the Center for Credible Leadership and Citizens Awareness, an accredited observer at that, who also said the elections were free and fair. But Precious, I really don't want to dwell on this election. I watched the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Dr. Aswe Ighodalo, 2 days ago, did mention that he was going to the tribunal. That's the right way to go. So we'll meet at the tribunal. They said they have their results, and the election was rigged. We have our results. But let me quickly put you on notice that as at 1 p.m. on that Saturday, results were already flying all over social media. And I remember the rec announced that the result moving around were no result that emanated from them. So if they say they are going to the tribunal, I think that is the proper legal way to go to seek redress. I am not particularly happy about the way we run our institutions. Somebody with an election INEC is free, fair, and credible. Democracy is beautiful. The other democracy is. So we must learn to go through the legal way. This same INEC conducted the 2020 general elections, where this governor won. Democracy was not under threat in 2020. Now you have lost in 2023. Democracy is under threat. Let me even shock you. We had a stakeholders meeting in Edo. In that stakeholders meeting, the chairman of the PDP in Edo openly confronted the Inspector General of Police, accusing him of being a partisan IG. Confronted the state rec, accusing the state rec of being partisan. Then a few days later, they had a stakeholders meeting, the PDP in Edo. Arising from that meeting, they addressed press, where the governor said they have confidence in this IGP. They have confidence in the rec. So what has changed? Now you have lost, you no longer have coordinates anymore. How do we take these people serious? Approbating and reprobating at the same time. So let them go to the tribunal. Election have been conducted, although people have voted. Let's allow the court do their job.
Let's talk about the Monday Okpebholo, who is now the governor-elect. Where would you, because again, people have been talking about governance in Edo State, you know, whether it has benefited them or not. And it's not just about this particular administration. People say, look, the Edo State people deserve better. Where will you advise the governor to start?
I'm not sure I heard you clearly.
I was saying that in terms of governance, people have said that Edo State people deserve better. And it's not just about this administration alone. It's been a long time coming. And I just wanted to ask you, where would you advise the governor-elect to start?
Well, the governor-elect will do well. He's someone that has helped the people even before he became governor. Before he became senator. If you recall, he just became senator in 2023. It is because of what he did for his people that they called him to come and serve in the Senate. I have no doubt that he will do well for Edo people. Edo State is backward. We have been, in the past 7 years, forget what you see on social media. These folks, the way they operate, they pay people to go online. They appoint SSAs. They have SSAs on social media who they say go online and sell information to the public. But going by what we have on ground, there's a lot of work to be done. As we speak, in the past 7 years, this present administration has borrowed over 500 billion. It's unheard of. And there is nothing to actually show on ground. You know, so we can go on and on and on and on. I know Senator Monday Okpebholo will deliver. There is a lot of work before him. And I think he's much more aware. He's very aware and he's ready to take up this task. And I know people should be ready for good governance. Yes, it's going to be a tough 4 years for him because of the mismanagement these past 7 years. But I have confidence that he will do very well.
It's not as though you're already making excuses for him, but he made a lot of promises during his campaign. Should the people be confident that all of those promises he made will become a reality? Because it's usual for politicians to make promises and then we see nothing of it.
All right. Senator Monday Okpebholo is of the APC stock. Check the records. Comrade Adams Aliyu Oshomole was governor of Edo State from 2008 to 2016. He delivered on all his promises. It's unfortunate that Governor Obaseki just came with his own agenda and took us backward. I have no doubt that Senator Monday Okpebholo will do very well because he's of the progressive stock. And he's been doing well. You know, governance is about the individual. That is what I've come to understand. I know he has a good heart. If you have all the education on health and you don't have the right intentions, you will not do well in public office. I know Senator Monday Okpebholo has good intentions. He's had it even before he entered public office. And I have no doubt that he will do well. I have no doubt, Precious.
You mentioned that the current governor hasn't done so much in the last 8 years. Let's not forget that he was also of APC stock for 4 years. And you are saying that, look, because APC stock is going to do well. But if you're saying that the governor did not do well in the 8 years, where 4 years of it was of the APC stock, I mean, you cannot then say categorically that because someone is of the APC stock, they are going to do well.
Precious, that's the reason why I did mention that, yes, Governor Obaseki is of the APC stock. What do you think brought the issues? The crisis in Edo started in Obaseki's first tenure. It's because he derailed from the legacies or the blueprint of his predecessor, Comrade Adams Oshomole. It was nothing personal. So I did mention it. I said this thing is about individuals. Comrade Adams Aliyu Oshomole has apologized in public, has apologized everywhere in the palace, and apologized to Edo people for the mistake in thinking Godwin Obaseki will do well. Unfortunately, the man just came and didn't do well. That is the genesis of the problem because he derailed. So I have no doubt that Senator Monday Okpebholo, by the grace of God, with the guidance of everyone, including all of us, I think he will do well because we have good intentions. I'm part of the 40 members. What was the crisis in Edo State House of Assembly? The right thing must be done. See, Precious, let's not go into how the state has been governed in the past 8 years. If this thing is just about individual. Governor Obaseki was my personal friend. I had my personal issues with him. For everybody that helped him to power, he betrayed everybody. So it's about the person. It's not about the party. It's about the individual. So, Monday Okpebolo, by the grace of God, he will resume November 12th. I believe that he will do well, because I know he's a good person. He's been helping his people.
Let's not forget that 247,000 people voted for Aswe Ighodalo, which means that it's also a confidence reposed in the administration of this current governor, whether you like it or not. It means that 247 people thought that he had done well enough for them to vote for someone who they felt was going to be his successor. I just wanted to state that. But let's also talk about the relationship that we're going to see between the governor-elect and the deputy governor-elect. Some are worried that whether that harmony we are seeing now will last, considering that from what they see, that might not have been Okpebolo's first choice, that Idahosa became his deputy governor-elect because, issues arose within the party and they felt that position was a compensatory position for Idahosa, who also has his own ambition.
All right, Precious, let me address your first statement that over 200,000 people voted for Aswe Ighodalo. A lot of things played out in this election. We must understand that. We must understand that there are certain reforms of the current administration that is causing some kind of hardship on the people. The removal of subsidy and the likes. Edo people voted, those people that voted for Aswe Ighodalo most likely voted for Aswe Ighodalo not necessarily because of Godwin Obaseki's performance, but because of the APC thing, the hardship and the like. Not so many people down there understand the reforms of Mr. President. For instance, when I went to the field to campaign, the feedback I got was there is hardship in the land, cost of food is high. But I took time to explain to the people that, listen, this thing is not about just the removal of subsidy. I explained to them that the removal of subsidy has made more money accrue to the states. Edo State, for instance, used to get 5.7, 5.8 billion, about that, as allocation from FAC. In July alone, I told the people that Edo State got about 11.9 billion. That was what Edo State got from FAC. Over time, so what they used to get. Added to that, I think there was this World Bank fund that came, 576 billion, that was shared among states. Edo State got another 5.7 billion about that period, which took it to about 17 billion. By the time we told this to the people, they were amazed, and we showed them videos. We showed them videos of governor of Borno sharing palliatives to ameliorate the sufferings of the people. We showed them videos of governor of Niger having bought over 250 CNG buses. We showed them videos of governor of Ogun having CNG buses. For the people happening. Where's our money? So 100,000 votes you saw was not necessarily because of Obaseki's performance. Edo people were resolved that they were tired of Obaseki. What caused those differences you saw was just the hardship due to the current reforms of the federal government, not necessarily because of Aswe. Then coming to the relationship between the governor and his deputy, where you can see that they're already working well together. Those who are instigating fight, they are naysayers. They will not fight. Yes, the governorship candidate, as it was then, didn't have a choice. It was until he became a governor that a governorship candidate that he would be searching for a running mate. So I am not aware that there was anybody penned down as deputy governorship candidate that seems to suggest that it was not his first choice. Dennis Idahosa was the only person that was put forward as deputy governorship candidate, and he emerged. So they will work together.
Can we also begin to trust, because in some quarters we understand that here and there are divisions already within the party. Can we also begin to trust that your party will stay united in Edo State, especially because again, one of the issues you mentioned is how people have said that Governor Obaseki refused to pay his dues, in quotes, to some APC stalwarts, and that was where some of the issues started from.
Precious, I did not say Governor Obaseki refused to pay his dues. There was no dues.
I said some. I didn't say you. I said some people had mentioned.
Okay, those people, let me correct them. Nobody asked Governor Obaseki for dues. What the people asked him for was good governance. What the people asked him for was govern Edo State, Edo people like you are governing Edo people. That's what they asked them for. So I disagree with those folks who say that they're asking for dues. Nobody asked Governor Obaseki for dues. Then on the issue of our party being together, I am of the APC stock, Precious. Maybe you are mistaken. I'm not of the PDP. PDP is the only party that is divided in Edo. That's the reason why I'm amazed at the audacity that they won election. How could they have won an election? APC, we are the only united party in Edo. We don't have a single member left us. Rather, we had members join. At the last day of our campaign, we have Senator Alemi Hena, the senator that ran, the immediate past senator of Edo North Senatorial District, that ran against Adams Ali Oshomole, our leader in the last election. We had him join us. We have the likes of Philip Shaibu, the current deputy governor to Governor Obaseki in our camp now. Where is the division? They are the people that had division. We had in Oredo, my local government, we had the House of Rep member, immediate past House of Rep member, Honorable Gbede Yama join us. We have Senator Orogide, the senator representing Edo, that represented Edo South Senatorial District, my senatorial district in the last Senate, join us. So we are a united body, a party. We are together in Edo. PDP is the only party that has torn umbrellas and they are scattered everywhere. So we'll stay united, we'll manage ourselves, and it is APC and APC all the way in Edo from henceforth.
Finally, I just wanted to ask you, because you've talked about the perception of the people as regards to your party, and it's not just in Edo State in general, and you have talked about it because you say it's because of the lack of understanding of the president's reforms. What would you then do? Because it's very important that in Edo State, people see things differently and begin to APC again. What will your party do to ensure governance really gets down to the grassroots and that people can look to your party again for leadership?
Precious, I'm not sure I can hear you.
I was asking you that what will the APC do, because you've talked about that perception issue in Edo State, to ensure that people trust your party again and look to you for leadership?
We will deliver good governance. We will deliver good governance. You know, Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole did so well for Edo people. And in his return in 2016, in 2012 now, he won all the local governments. You know, I think Monday Okpebolo will take government down to the ground. Not counter flight. People will not come from outside and take our jobs. That's what happened in the past 7 years. God brought all these cronies from all over, do our job. If you go to contract places where jobs are done in Edo, you hear people speaking other tribes from other places, from all over, doing our jobs. We have artisans, we have people that can build roads, we have carpenters, we have all of them in Bini. So Senator Monday Okpebolo is going to use Edo State government for Edo people. And I'm convinced and I'm sure that at the end of the 4 years, it will be 18/18 like Comrade Adams Ali Oshomole won in 2012.
All right, we do have to leave it there. Thank you so much for your time, Honorable Ekosue. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Precious. Thank you for having me.
And that's that one this week. Remember, you can watch the repeat broadcast of 11 p.m. tonight, at 11 p.m. tonight and 5 a.m. on Sunday. Thank you for watching. I am Precious Amai.